Motorcycle Adventure Dirtbike TV, supported proudly by Adventure Spec in the UK, Rally Raid Products, Giant Loop in the United States, Adventure Moto in Australia, Pirelli Tyres, Motul Oils, RK Chains and Australian Adventure Bike Magazine.
Okay, Clubby's got his camera. Got to do some work now. Come on, little Honda.
It was about a year ago since Andrew Clubb, the editor of Australian Adventure Bike magazine, and I tested the mighty Honda CRF300 L Rally. We certainly gave it a workout, and the first thing we found was the suspension was way too soft for our bigger bodies. But apart from that, the bike impressed us. Handling was good, the Honda engine was bulletproof, it could skip along at highway speeds courtesy of an overdrive 6 gear. It had an old style frame that made it easy to bolt on accessories. It was comfortable and had a long fuel range. And finally, it was light to throw around. We both longed to do a bike build on this magic little red rooster that we firmly believed would become an adventure dragon slayer. Unbeknown to Clubby, I've been working behind the scenes with Honda Australia to acquire one of these little gems long term with an agreement to be able to build the bike the way we see fit. Well, the bike's arrived, but I'm not going to let on too much to Clubby. The day has finally come, Clubby.
Oh, hey!
We waited for this.
Oh, now, where are we going and what are we doing and what are we picking up?
Can't tell you too much, but I know both of us have waited for this for a long time. I'm going to keep it a surprise. You just wait and see.
What is it, a Tenere 900?
You don't know. I'm just not going to tell you.
It must be. It'll be a Kawasaki
No.
KLX.
No more information.
A KLX 650.
No more information, son. Let's go.
It's got to be something good if you drag me out on a freezing day like today.
It is a freezing day. All right. So I've taken you to the northern beaches.
So you still haven't told me where we're going. I can see a Yamaha sign.
Yamaha.
A Bennett surfboard
Bennett
sign.
surfboards.
F45 training. I know we won't be going there.
We're not going there. Not with my gut at the moment.
There's a Honda flag there.
Honda flag. There you go. Hang on.
Are we getting close?
We're getting warm. We're getting warm. It's not a surfboard, not today. All I'm going to tell you is these are rare as rocking horse duty.
So it is a CRF300 L, isn't it?
That's rare as rocking horse duty.
I'm sure that's rarer than rocking horse foot. Yeah, for sure.
Alright, here we go.
What colour? Is it blue or is it red?
I'm not telling you. Let's go in. Let's got to find Adam.
Alright, find Adam. Okay.
Yeah, Fraser Motorcycles, Honda. There you go.
This is only a brand new shop. They've only been open a couple of weeks.
Right. Oh,
Brand new.
I wonder if they'll know. That is not a rally. This had me worried. That's the CRF300 L.
Yeah.
That's the trail bike one. Come on, we've got to go and find Adam. Adam's in
We're not,
service.
this isn't it?
No, mate. This we're getting a rare one. Rare as rocking horse, dude. Hang on. Harley Davidson, KTM.
Yeah, now.
Hey, I said it was rare as.
That was a Furphy, was it? Hey, then we went to a Honda and a Yamaha dealer. Now you got me going to a Harley dealership.
I know.
Harley?
I know. Let's see if we can get across this road.
Can I go in there without a tattoo on me? I've got a goatee now, that might
I
count.
know.
I forgot my leather chaps, but they're at home.
No, mate. God, there's one of those big things.
Is this it?
No.
This is it?
No. That's not it.
You sure?
Yeah.
It looks like it'd lower down so you can get onto it.
Kind of servicing. We've got to go to servicing.
This is an awesome coffee shop too.
Awesome coffee shop?
Yeah. I will
Beans and baggers.
Service entry. I don't know if you can go in.
Service entry? Tradesman's entrance?
Oh, yeah?
No.
Really?
No. Here we go. Hello? Can we go in here? Hello? Knock, knock. Clubby, here we go.
So are we getting close nowadays?
We're getting warmer. You wouldn't think so.
It's a Kato.
Kato? No, look the other way.
Hey.
Look at that. Hey.
How rare are these things, mate?
These are as rare as rocking horse duty.
Do I really have to wait till January if I was a punter buying one?
They're early next year. They come on full strength in Australia.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
There you go. We got the rally though, Clubby, we got it.
Done well there, Dave, done well.
Mate, it's taken us, what, a year?
Well, I think we test rode it a year ago.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's good.
Yeah. Hey, gotta be happy with that. Beautiful. Look at that. Thanks, mate.
Yeah, no worries.
No, thank you.
Have some fun. You guys got a long-term test on it, or? Yeah, that's what we're doing with it. A little bit of a project.
Hey, what do you reckon about that reveal, Clubby? Was that Yamaha, a Honda,
I don't think
KTM?
the 6-day enduro takes that long, does it? But hey, great. I got the result up, mate, haven't we?
Hey, look at this. This is our project bike.
No, that's great. Like, but I mean, so it was 12 months ago, wasn't it, when we first tested it?
Yeah, something like that.
Rally,
Yeah.
and nothing's changed, mate. I can
No,
still push the
no, that's yep.
Yeah.
We've got something coming for that, though.
Yes, we do, mate. We do, mate. Hey, but look out, the traffic. But it'll just be cool as a project, Dave, won't it? And I think the big thing too, mate, isn't it? There's a whole corner of the adventure market, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's small bore adventure bikes. Like I've been there and done that with a WR50R twice before.
Yeah.
You know, and I had a CRF300 L Honda as a long-term bike with ADB magazine a few years ago.
Yep.
And this is just back in that small bore corner again, mate.
Right.
And it's pretty much the only player now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really, for
But
sub sort of 300 cc's.
I reckon once we get that suspension right, the fundamental handling of this bike's good.
It's a Honda dirt bike, mate. They handle, mate. You know, they do.
Yeah.
But just a little bit more freer breathing, I think, is the other thing.
Yeah.
And then I think the other thing too with it would be an air filter.
Yeah.
So I remember it had standard. It was a paper element, so we'll need to find out who's doing the foam filter element for it. Then it's just protection, bash plate, bit of luggage capacity, rear rack, side racks.
Yep.
You know, get some alloy bars onto it, and away we go,
Mate,
mate.
Bob's your uncle. Barkbusters, and I think that's about it.
Yeah. Well, tyres, of course, mate.
Tyres. Well, we'll have a talk to Dave Pirelli.
Oh, that's cool, mate. Eh? That's cool.
Yeah,
Are
that's
you
cool.
sure it's this one, eh? There's not another one?
No.
We're not going to be getting one of these big night riders.
No,
or anything?
we're not on one of those.
V-rod? No.
No.
Live wire. What about we're at a Harley dealer? It might be a live wire. Electric.
No, this is it.
No?
This is it.
Okay, mate. This is it for the day.
Mate, I can't believe it. You know, we got it. And this is the third task. Go to Macca's, Brookvale.
Perfect bike for it, isn't it, Dave? It's the commuter. They're the around town machine. And what does everyone do when they're going around town at lunchtime? Macca's.
Macca's.
Now you know, I do some of my most creative thinking while I'm eating a Big Mac, Dave.
Well, that's good.
So I'm going to eat a Big Mac and then think creatively about where to take that little 300 Rally. Am I hearing and seeing Simpson Desert?
Simpson Desert. South Australia.
Need a lot of fuel, wouldn't it? I mean, it's miserly on fuel, but it's a long way across, isn't it?
I think it's got 330 k's range. I'll have to check up on that, something like that.
Yeah.
So it'd need a bit of fuel for that.
Long way to get there too, and all those big headwinds out there in western New South Wales.
Yep.
Be hard work, wouldn't it?
Yeah, Broken Hill to Yunta, that's a bit of a problem.
But it's a destination, isn't it? I mean, adventure, it's always about the destination, isn't it?
Well, I think that little bike can go anywhere. You've got that bird called Itchy Boots who's taking the thing around the world.
Yeah, for sure, mate.
So,
But I'm still staggered to think that it's really, and are we correct? We need to think about this ponder for a moment. Excuse me as I spit on the lens here.
that's all right. It's
It
burger life.
really, it is the only small bore adventure bike these days. You know, true adventure bike, isn't it? WR gone.
I can't see anything.
I mean, that Kawasaki's little 300 twin, that Versus.
No.
I mean, it's very road oriented, isn't it?
Yeah, no, this is the true blue. This is it.
I think the next thing would be the Enfield, wouldn't it? Royal Enfield, the Himalayan.
Yeah,
400, 411,
yeah.
CC. But it's got the whole little small bore corner of the world all to itself, doesn't it?
Yeah, I thought your brainwaves going to be what we're going to do with it, but you're thinking of where we're going to take it.
Hey, as Kramer once said on Seinfeld, in my mind, Jerry, I'm already there, already there. But no, there's lots to do to it.
I think there's a meeting of the minds on that too. So.
Yeah. No, but that's good news that you've got suspension coming already.
Yeah, suspension's
Rally
coming.
Raid. Yeah.
Rally Raid products. Thank you, John Minchinson. Yeah, that's coming. I was going to reach out to Giant Luke, get some luggage for it.
Yeah, soft luggage, of course.
Yeah.
I think handlebars, bark busters, like you said before.
Handlebars. Yeah, it needs some good,
Alloy bars
decent
with a
hands.
bit more rise, perhaps too.
Yeah.
Tyres, you're already hooked up with Pirelli, aren't you?
Yeah.
that'll
Got to have
be
Pirelli
plate
tyres on it.
complete. Bash plate, rear luggage rack. I mean, people have bagged the seat. I never had an issue with the seat.
No, the seat's fine.
It's soft, but it's comfortable soft.
It's all
so no
right.
issue there.
I've got no complaint
I
with
mean,
that.
the screen is compact, but it's just big enough. I found when we
No,
tested
I thought it was great.
previously.
No, I've got no complaints about the screen.
Yeah. Fuel capacity will be the next thing too, Dave. You know, if we're going to do any of that sort of big distance riding, it's going to need more fuel. And is anyone doing a rear bum tank for it down there on that left side, replacing
Dunno.
under that side plate?
Don't know.
Yeah.
There she is down there. Clubby, I can just see it. I can just see her there under the Macca's flag. Little mudguard hanging out. Long live Macca's in Australia.
No, it'll be the start of a very fine relationship, Dave. I know we're both looking forward to it, aren't we?
Long-term bike. There it is. All right, time to eat. Well, there's a heap of interest in this little red rooster. So I'll just get into the subscriber questions, and this is going to be an ongoing series, and the first part of that series after this one, we're going to focus on the suspension. At the end of the day, our theme is not to spend a heap of money, it's just to improve the bike, and where we're going to put most of our effort is in suspension. So let's get on with the questions from subscribers. I bought a second-hand, so this is Finito AM. I bought a second-hand 250cc Rally this year. It came with a 6-litre Safari tank, side-mounted, and YSS suspension front and rear. Both are great mods you might want to consider. Can't wait to see your setup. Thanks, guys. Thanks, mate, for those pointers. Next one, Mike Beaton. Looking forward to seeing what this will become. Are you aiming for a short trip setup, like a couple of nights, or more like a 6-month setup? My preference. Yeah, I haven't talked to Clubby about that yet. We just got the bike home. We're pretty united on how we want to deal with suspension and a couple of other things. But that's a very good point, Mike. I'm not sure. I think it'll be longer than a day tripper, I can tell you. Justin Quinton, great news, Mad Team. Keen on your views on what mods to take in and a form of order for those on a restricted budget. For example, is sorting the suspension and crash protection first cabs off the rank. Cheers, Justin, and looking forward to your project. Yeah, we're not keen on spending much money with the bike, Justin. We're just basically going to focus on the average punter who buys this bike and wants to enjoy it. So, and there'll be things that you can take or leave along the way. So I'm confident you'll get something out of it. Graham, it's the adventure version. Being stuck behind the bike on the open road is like being stuck behind a bloke wearing a hat driving a Volvo on a Sunday. Start with the power and work from there. We don't mind, Clubby and I don't mind the adventure version. We think this screen does really well. It certainly punches the wind well away from my helmet and gives me protection. There's no buffeting. But yeah, let's start with suspension and let's see how we go. Jesse Brown, I'm excited to see what you do. My 300 Rally should hopefully be with me in 2 to 3 months. Yeah, Jesse, there's a huge demand for them throughout the world, and in Australia there's a delay of a couple of months to get them. You will eventually get them, and Honda tell me that those orders will be met before the end of the year, but there'll be a better supply next year. And to be frank, any motorcycle manufacturer at the moment is having challenges with production due to COVID. Alright, Cavalier, mad, winning bigly. Big love to Nugget from my mum, who thinks he's the best thing since Crocodile Dundee. My God, Barkbusters, ProLink, Mazzocchi, Denali, Kineo wheels and Metzler boots, Tusk luggage. Yeah, that's what he reckons we should do. Moto Passport, is the displacement too small? My weight of 100 kilograms and fully loaded on a trip, I reckon 450cc to 690 is the sweet spot. Thoughts? Well, yeah, I mean, I've got a 701, but you know, my massing Hulk, I think I'm around 94 kilos at the moment, much to the chagrin of my wife. This plugs along fine. Yeah, I'm quite happy with this. You just got to know what you're getting into. You're getting into a 300cc bike. If you want to go and buy a 500, go and buy a 500. Alright, huge haggis. I don't know what haggis is, but he's got a huge one. Seeing how this is an affordable bike, I'd like to see the total budget kept to 25% of the cost. Any more than that and you're essentially buying a new bike, mate, we will try to keep it to 25% of the cost. I know with the suspension mods there's some really clever things we're going to do that keep the price down, but at the end of the day the rear shock is the thing that you're I think going to have to fiddle with. Raphael Macavecchio. I'm in New Zealand and I'm buying a 300 Rally to make a long trip from New Zealand to India. Can't wait to see what you guys are going to do. I think our setup, Raphael, will be good for you to have a look at. I think it'll fit the mark. I've had a lot of experience in riding in India and in that subcontinent area. I think you will be very happy. As for the bike, you've picked the right bike for that trip. I've seen, Chris York, I've seen YS and Race Tech. Actually, there's a video on shock choice, sleeper or full snot. Well, let's see what we do, Chris. We've got some stuff coming and, you know, in the past it's been fantastic. Defector, what suspension and tyres are you going to do? Auxiliary lighting options. Yeah, we might do some auxiliary lighting. But again, suspension is the one. Stand by next episode. Tyres, I'm supported by Pirelli. Got to be Pirelli. Great tyres for this bike. Andrew Alman. I own a CRF300 L Rally. I use her mostly for commuting. Gas is outrageous and she goes 72 miles per gallon. We got a similar fuel economy to you on this bike, Andrew. The ability to hop off road makes all the difference though. Yeah, I agree with you, Andrew. It's a great commuter and it's a great dual purpose bike. AKM, I don't know about Australia, but here in Pakistan my assessment is that the best bike would be 250 to 300cc dual sport that's with just as big a fuel tank, some limited soft luggage and suspension that can cope with the little highways that we have, but mainly the off-road that we face. A bike that can be picked up 10 times a day, last trip 500 kilometres in 8 days. Sounds like tough riding in Pakistan, AKM. Love to go there. That's one of my to-dos on the short list and we agree with you. And this bike I think fits that category perfectly. Nearly there. Dame Dowling, this is a good direction. Smaller bikes are the go, way more bang for buck and simple and fun. For instance, watching the Norden video, the upgraded suspension alone is the price of one of these bikes. Hard to connect with a bike like that, if you know what I mean. The little Honda though is just so endearing. Yeah, some good points there, Dane, and what we try to do in Mad TV is give you the full range from Ducatis at $40,000 through to bikes like this, and to give everyone an opportunity to see what we think about the bikes. And we're not price conscious. We don't just go for the most expensive ones. We appreciate that our audience is really wide. Inferno Trout. Mine has been on order for over 6 months now. First it was February delivery, then May, still waiting. Good to hear Honda Australia are giving them away to their mates. Oh, Inferno, that's a bit tough, mate. This is a bike that's been well used. It's got over 3,000 Ks on it, and we waited until Honda it went through all the journalists for us to do it because we told Honda we'd like to do a long-term build. So no, you will get your bikes. As we've said with all motorbikes at the moment throughout the world, production is held back due to COVID, and things will ease up next year. And that's not only the same for Honda, it's everyone, Yamaha, the lot. Okay, Samsonite. Lost my only question is where can I buy one? I know, mate, you're gonna have in Australia you're gonna have to put an order in for one. That's what I'd strongly view. Put some deposit down, get an order in for one if you want one. Meanwhile, there's hundreds if not thousands out there that have already modded their 300L and engine suspension racks instead of those modified road bikes labelled adventure bikes. Well, there is, but this is the Mad TV take. I mean, between Clubby and I, we're getting close to 80 to 90 years experience in motorcycling. So we've been around. So maybe there's something you can learn from the old pensioners. Geomac, Grandad. Itchy Boots uses Moscow Moto. Yeah, we're aware of Itchy Boots and she's done some great travelling on her bike. And it just goes to show what a versatile, great little bike it is. My Riders, comfortable seat. We agree. Clubby and I agree. We're not going to touch the seat. It's fantastic. Nearly there. Stefan Hen, power for sure, and a rally tower and much larger tank, but not in that awful beige colour. Yeah, we're happy with the front of this bike. We're not going to touch that at all. It's great for purpose. And as for larger fuel tank, I mean, we've got a very decent range in the standard bike, but we may think about a rear fuel tank. But coming back to that subscriber that said 25% of the total cost of the bike, we kind of agree with that too. Anyway, that's the end of the questions. Huge response from you all. Heap of interest in this little bike, and rightfully so, because we see it as an adventure slayer. So stay tuned. This will be, in addition to all the other mad tests and the tours we do, this will be some short, sharp episodes that tell you what we're up to and what we're doing to the bike. So thanks so much. I'll post another still in a couple of weeks, and then you can shoot your questions when we're about to do suspension. The suspension is on the way. I just got a call from UPS. It's definitely on the way. We should get it early June, probably in the next about 7th, 8th of June. Alright, thanks very much for watching.
Our test of the mighty CRF300 L Rally has attracted close to 500,000 views. For those interested, I've posted the link here. Our intention is to produce a series of videos that will record our bike build and ultimately where we ride it. We look forward to hearing your thoughts and ideas as to what to do with this bike.